Hey, hello YouTube, I'm Karan from India, and in this video we're gonna talk about how to use the button function version 1.0 by KVC. So let's start by having some preview. So as you if you will download the button function from our batch blog, that is the batteam.org, in the CMD extension you will get at number 22 button.bat. So it is a function, it's not a plugin. You can get to this page via others and CMD batch plugins, and it will be redirect you to this page, and here you will get a lot of batch plugins and functions. So here in this tutorial we are talking about this button.bat. So how this function is working and how you can use this in your batch programs. I have used it in my batch program hotspot creator version 2.0, and you can have it preview of how the final output will look like. This is version 1.0 and this is version 2.0. You can make buttons like this, and these all are made with the button function. So this is the 3 kbs, approximate 4 kbs of button function. So if you can want to see the patch code, these all are comments, and here in the comment I have given an example to how to use this button function. You just need to call button.bat and the name of the button first, the text you want to display on the button, the color of the button, and the resultant variable in which you want to save the code of the button. Then you want, this is the yes one if you want the shadows, and then one for the border type. And similarly you can print as many buttons as you can in a row. So this is all the algorithm working of the button function, and this is the help menu. So let me show you a button test simply, and showing different types of button layouts that can be made using this function. This is the button with Y and 1. That means it has shadow, drop down shadow, and a 1 there is a single border. It don't have drop down shadow and a single border. It has a drop down shadow and a border of type 2, and it has no shadow and border of type 2. Similarly these buttons also. So this is the border of type 3. So without border is type 1, with single border type 2, with double border type 3, and yes no is for drop down shadow. And the function is dependent upon this Batbox plugin, so you cannot use this function without this plugin. What this function is doing is, when you will apply it, let me show you how to use it. Clearing things up. So when you will call the button function, and you have to call it button.bat, and then the text to be displayed on the button. For example, I want a button with the text yes, and the button should be, let me see its syntax first. The button should be of green color with black background, and I want to save the output to a variable named underscore yes. So there is a variable, it will create a variable named underscore yes, and I don't want any drop down shadow and border of type 1. So I will write it yes and press enter. Excuse me for a while. Back again. So after pressing enter, what this button function will do, it will generate a code that is executable by Batbox.exe, and it saves that code into the variable that we have just specified as underscore yes. So in order to see what the code is, I am simply writing echo and then percentage the name of the variable yes, and boom, as you can see it is of only this much of length, and this code will print a button on the CMD console. So anywhere I want to put that button, I just need to call the Batbox function and Batbox plugin, and then write the location of the function, that is origin. I want to change the origin, so let's clear things up first and then do what we were doing. So I'm calling Batbox and then changing the origin. For example, I want to print the button on 5,5, and then just simply write the variable and press enter, and you will see it is a button with the green color text and black background with no border type. So we have selected border type 1, so let's upgrade our code and make the button with border type 2, that is single border. So press enter and it will overwrite the previous button. Let me clear the screen, and now what we will do is we will execute the code with Batbox. So press enter, and as you have seen, a small button has been placed at the origin 5,5, that is here, and the button is still not clickable. It is just a layout for the button. So what Batbox function will do, Batbox function will only print a layout for the button. You can write as many buttons, you can generate as many button codes as you can with the Batbox with button plugin function, and those all can be executable at once by Batbox. So while analyzing my code, you can just need to see the source code for the Hotshot Creator version 2.0, and what you will know is how to use this awesome batch function. Using this function is very much easier, so let me show you the help menu of this function first. Just right click and open CMD club here, right here button, type slash question mark, press enter, and it will tell you how to use the button function. You just need to call the button function and the name of the text you want to print on the button, then the color of the button, the variable in which you want to save the code of the button, and then yes or no, and then the border type you want to see with the button. You can make more than one button by this function only in single line, so you just need to reapply this 1 2 3 4 5 parameters for each button. After 5 parameters, the one button code will be saved, and it will take the next 5 for the next button. There are 3 border types, 1 2 and 3, and 1 has no border, 2 has single border, and 3 has double border. For any other details, just visit our website Patch Programmers, or we have bought the new domain, that is thebatteam.org. Please do a visit and share your views about our work. So as in previous example, as the button function will only show a layout of the button on the console, but the button is not clickable. To make it clickable, you need to use the Batbox/m command with the parameter /m, and you need to manipulate the mouse output. For example, Batbox/m, it will tell you the location where the mouse has been clicked. So it is at 49x and 11y, 49x and 11y with the code 1, that is left click. So you need to use this Batbox/m in the for loop, so that you can make the area in which button is displaying clickable. So literally the button is not clickable, but it is the button function is just generating a layout of the button, and you are making it clickable by using Batbox/m command. So you are using 2 different methods to make one button function. So that's all for now, for now, I just recommend you to go to go to the badteam.org and visit Hotspot Creator version 2.0 and its source code. You can download it from the here link here. Thanks for watching. I hope you like it. Feel free to comment. Bye bye.